Hey there, everybody. My name's Todd Watley. I am a certified elder law attorney with an office in Bentonville, and thank you so much for joining this webinar. I want to take just a few minutes to introduce what I think will be one of the most important things you can do. It's one of those things people put off and put off and put off and put off, and it's just ugly when it finally occurs, and what occurs is you pass away and nothing is done. And so give me just a few minutes. I want to go through this with you and show you absolutely how important this is. And as you can see, the title is Estate Planning Essentials. I'm just going to breeze over stuff very quickly, but it's protecting your legacy and how to ensure that your loved ones are protected without stress or uncertainty. All right, so let's jump into it, okay? So welcome, and the big promise, okay? The big promise will come in just one second, okay? But what if I could secure your family's future in just a few simple steps? And that's what we do all day, every day, is help people have peace of mind, feel secure that it's finally done, and what I want to happen is going to happen. So in this webinar, you will leave here today knowing exactly how to protect your loved ones, avoid unnecessary legal battles, and ensure that your wishes are carried out, okay? So as we go through this very quickly, you're going to discover the essential documents that everyone needs. You're going to learn how to avoid costly mistakes that could put your family at risk that we see all the time, and then learn how to make your estate planning fast, easy, and stress-free, all right? So who is this for? Okay, and why must you pay attention? This is for anyone that has loved ones. Okay, people think of estate planning as, oh, well, I'm not rich, I don't have a big estate, so I don't need to do estate planning. Nothing could be further from the truth. Estate planning is for anyone who has loved ones and that you want it to go easily and effectively to them with as little stress as possible. So if you're married, you have kids, own a home, have savings, you need an estate plan, pure and simple. Without one, the state decides what happens. And to be honest, the state's plan fits a lot of people's desires, but still the state plan requires court. Attorneys wrote the law, and if you do no planning, you're going to end up going through court, and that is expensive, and lawyers make a lot of money off of your estate going through court, which is known as probate, all right? And planning now prevents unnecessary stress, delays, and legal battles within your family. It's very simple. Planning ahead is always cheaper than not planning, and the solution that we give you will definitely be less expensive than the alternative, okay? Now, why listen to me, okay? I am Todd Watley. I am a certified elder law attorney, one of 4 in the state of Arkansas, and it hangs right around 500. There's a lot of certified elder law attorneys retiring as some new ones come on, but it stays somewhere between 500 and 525 all the time. And that is nationwide. Out of the 1.2, I think, attorneys in the country, 500 have the designation of being a certified elder law attorney, which means we focus on aging and the very specific legal issues of aging. I have 25 plus experience. I'm about to approach year 27 of practicing law, and I have helped thousands of families in both Central Arkansas and Northwest Arkansas have peace of mind and get their estate plan fixed, okay? So in my office, there is me, plus there were 2 other attorneys that are excellent and know this stuff, and honestly know it better than I do because I have taught them, they have jumped on, they've done it, and they know this stuff extremely well. And we are extremely passionate about taking your wishes, your issues, shall we say, and make them happen, get through those as easily as possible. So the big problem, what happens if you don't plan? Okay, I can tell you, not planning is very expensive. Without a plan, you're leaving your family vulnerable. No will, no trust. The government decides what happens. Okay, so the courts, not your family, will decide what happens with your estate if you don't plan. You can very easily take control of that and do it. And in my mind, and I think what it was designed to be, is probate should be, something wasn't done right. Okay, people have to go through probate when something did not go well, and you should not go through probate. There were delays. Probate's going to take a year at least. There are legal fees, there are executor fees, there are court fees, there's a lot of fees. And it is very easy to lose between 5 and 10% of your estate by going through probate. So you don't want to go through probate. And finally, probate basically opens up the courthouse doors so that if there's a fight in your family that is brewing, someone's got to open up probate, and that just opens up the courthouse doors for them to come in and start fighting. If we can keep those doors shut, it's expensive, it's time consuming, it's a hassle to take the fight into court. Many times with your estate plan, we can make it so here's your stuff, go on, stop fighting, be done with it. Okay? Without planning, your wishes may not be honored. There were three things that I think you need to do, that everyone needs to do, to not only just avoid probate, but to make the final years of your life very accommodating and go the way that you want it to. Number one, you want to avoid probate. And that is not just a trust, okay? There are ways to avoid probate without a trust. We won't go into that a lot today. I just want you to understand you don't want to go through probate. And the second thing that you need to do is a power of attorney. Power of attorney, I think, is the most important document you can do. It names someone else to be able to handle your affairs, and that becomes particularly important once you become somewhat incapacitated, and definitely once you are totally incapacitated. If you are totally incapacitated, you did not do a power of attorney, then we have to go to court and get a guardianship over you. And then possibly at your death, we have to go to court and do probate. And so those are two courts that I absolutely think are that you should avoid. And it's not that difficult to avoid it if you will listen to us. And the way to avoid a guardianship is to do a power of attorney. And then finally, a living will. That's not a last will and testament. That is the document that says when you are on your deathbed, you're irrevocable and terminal, you are going to die soon, and you can no longer make decisions. This document tells the world, hey, don't do these things to me. Feeding tube, respirator, surgery, chemotherapy, antibiotics, blood products, all of that stuff, okay? That is a document that tells the world, don't do this stuff to me. If you don't want them to do it, if you do want them to do it, still fill out the form and say, yes, I want all of these things done to me. Okay, your body, your choice, put it in writing, so that is what happens. The fastest way to get this done without a hassle is simply call our office. Okay, call the office 479-601-4119. We make estate planning easy for you. Come in, it's a free consult. Okay, our team does all of the heavy lifting. You come in with your list of wishes, and we will start with the most easy plan, which is payable on death, making sure that nothing is stuck in your name at the time of your death. So instantly things go where you want it to go at the time of your death. Now, sometimes that plan, the payable on death beneficiary plan, doesn't work for some people. Then that tells us that we probably need to do a trust. But we always start with the simple, easy plan first. And that's not the case with a lot of attorneys. You walk in and say, I want to do estate planning. They're like, yep, we need to do a trust. And that is absolutely not the case. You can avoid probate inexpensively. We always start there, and that works for a lot of our clients. But sometimes family dynamics, things occur or are going on that it's like, that payable on death doesn't work for us. We need to do something different, and typically that is a trust, okay? But you tell us you need a trust, not us telling you. We will guide you through the entire process. There are probably some things you've not thought about. Okay. It's like, oh, I have 3 kids. I want 3 trustees. Let's talk about that, because maybe you don't. Okay. Probably you don't. Okay. Powers of attorney. It's like, oh, I have 3 kids. We'll name all 3 of them as powers of attorney. Let's talk about it. Okay. There are some things you haven't thought about in your estate plan that we will bring up. And a lot of times, that first meeting, you come in with a limited list of questions and you leave there with a much longer list of questions that you need to think about. We will give you things to think about, but we will walk you through that and make it as stress-free as possible. And like I said, our options, what we provide to you and say, here's our fee for this, is absolutely cheaper than the alternative. Okay, I promise you. Now, just a few real quick client stories, just quick first names, real people, real peace of mind. We hear families, from families after this occurs, and they're like, Todd, thank you so much. I was in a meeting just yesterday. They came into us. Dad was dying. Mom was possibly needing the nursing home soon, and we jumped in and we did some things. We got a few things done before Dad passed away and saved them literally millions of dollars in long-term care cost. And we got a few things done, but basically when Dad passed away, nothing went through probate, and now we have fixed it so when Mom passes away, nothing's going to go through probate. Very quick, very easy, done. Taxes are protected, everything's done correctly so that we get the full tax advantage and we don't have to go to probate. Ty and Sarah, okay, a couple with 3 kids. They came in, and the kids are young, 6, 4, and 1, and they're like, what happens? What if we pass away early? How can we make sure we don't have to go to court? And I'm like, well, you are going to have to go to court for the kids. A judge has to decide who gets the kids, who's going to raise the kids, but everything else we fix so that it's outside of court. And the money is there for the kids, protected for the kids, so that it will be used for them until they're like 30 years old. They will have no access to the money themselves until they turn 30. And so many estate plans that we see, and particularly if you do not have an estate plan and you have minor children, if you died and went through the court system, the court is going to give your children their inheritance on their 18th birthday. Tell me how many times that's a good idea, okay? So with planning, we can make sure that, yes, your kid will always benefit from your money, but they will have no say-so until they're 25, 30, 35. Did one recently. The person said, I want to wait till 40. All right. It's your documents. We can do that. You can do that from the grave, basically, to say, my kids will not be in control of their money until they are 40. They will always benefit, but they won't be in control until their 40th birthday. All right? And then Melissa came in to see us recently, had a really interesting family dynamics, a lot of things going on there. And she's like, I am concerned that my kids are going to fight, that there's going to be some issues. My kids don't talk. How do I go through this process at my death, get these things to them and not cause more problems? I'm like, we can fix that. And so we were able to come up with some solutions that will make sure that the estate will be equally divided. Some certain things go to this kid, certain things go to this kid, and they don't have to talk to each other through this process, okay? Kind of sad, but hey, life is life, and that happens. So, call to action. It's your time to protect your legacy. No one's going to do it for you. You have to step up and do this. So, your next step is to call the office, 479-601-4119. Let us do a free consultation, okay? Our team of people, you will probably meet with Lauren or Michaela, and they will sit down with you. They will gather this information. They are excellent attorneys. They know exactly how to do this. Free, no obligation consultation. Just come in, meet us, know that, hey, we're pretty nice folks, okay? And we love what we do, and I think we do a really good job at it. We will give you expert advice tailored to your specific situation. We don't have form trust. We don't just plug your name into the form that we did for the last 100 people. It is your documents, very specific to you. And the greatest thing, after 1, 2, maybe 3 visits, you will walk away with a clear plan for your future. So, Generations Legal Group, okay? We're at the corner of 28th and J Street, okay? And, 28th and J Street. Sorry, I think that's right. Yes, 28th and J Street, 479-601-4119. Check out our website, generationslegalgroup.com, and we would be honored to be your attorneys, okay? We'll see you next time.